Ann Arbor Downtown Development Authority. Ms. Thompson, will you please conduct roll call?
Micah Bartelme.
Here.
Elizabeth Berry.
Here.
Steve Brummer. Alex Deek.
Here.
Milton Tahoney.
Here.
Angela Jackson.
Here.
Tyler Kinley.
Here.
Kim Mays.
Here.
Mike Micklon.
Here.
Thressa Nichols. And Molly Rowan. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Thompson. A quick reminder before we get started, you do need to press the button here to make your microphone go green if you want to talk. This is for the recording and also helps the audience outside here. So please put your button on before speaking. Next, we need a motion to approve the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. All in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Agenda is approved. Next up, we have public comment. I have Matt Carpenter on the list first. You will have 3 minutes to address the board, and Kelly will be keeping your time. Mr. Carpenter.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, Ms. Board members. My name is Matt Carpenter. I'm the CEO of the Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority, known as the RIDE. I'm glad to finally be able to join you. I wasn't able to. I had some scheduling conflicts with a working session earlier. I think we did send a letter to you back in early August. I wanted to add a few points, and I have a few speaking notes here just to make sure I don't forget anything important. So first of all, the RIDE wants to thank the DDA. We've had a great long partnership with you guys going back decades, and it's been really advantageous, I think, for everyone. Your new development plan, I think, really builds on this partnership by aligning with the shared goals that I think we all have, things like improving accessibility and sustainability throughout our community. We have a great partnership with you right now with the Get Downtown and the Go Pass programs. We see this as sort of just continuing to build on that foundation. Your plan is going to really encourage a long-term commitment, creating a healthy and successful downtown environment, which in turn helps create a better transit system. They're mutually reinforcing in the way we see it. So transit's a cornerstone, I think, to any healthy downtown as it supports its residents, the workforce, and visitors while reducing parking demand and ensuring access. We started up an express route a little while ago from downtown Ypsilanti to downtown Ann Arbor. It's a great example. We hear from hospitality restaurateur folks in downtown Ann Arbor all the time about how their workforce is over there and they need to get over here. We cut their commute time by about 1/3 with that express route, and the great partnership we have with you guys just keeps building on those sorts of improvements. Your plan's emphasis on transit projects, as well as many other great and worthy investments, includes things like bus rapid transit corridors and rider amenities. It is directly correlated with our long-range plan. The two things are completely in sync, and we appreciate that. And all these investments really make downtown more accessible and safer for everybody. A stronger, more flexible DDA financing model, as I think you guys are considering, allows Ann Arbor to take on, I think, more complex projects without necessarily the complications that sometimes come with federal funding. As another organization that relies on a lot of federal funding, the strings are everywhere, and being able to do more without that is always nice. Your plan is a forward-looking, I think, critical blueprint that balances growth, mobility, and equity, which are all really important for any downtown, but especially Ann Arbor's long-term success. In closing, we look forward to continuing this strong partnership with you and delivering people-friendly streets, sustainable infrastructure, and better transit service for the entire community. I wanted to thank you and wish you well in your deliberations today. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Do we have anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to the Executive Director report. Ms. Thompson, the floor is yours.
Just a couple of quick things. The Downtown Bikeway Loop was recently awarded a merit award from the Michigan Association of Landscape Architects. That our bikeway streets have received multiple awards, so this is another one to add to the list. We're very proud of that. And then the only other thing I want to mention is to invite the board and the community to our annual Bike-a-Palooza event, which takes place on Saturday, September 20th from noon to 2. at the old Y lot or 350 South Fifth, whatever you know that property by. There'll be bike safety education, live music, face painting, giveaways. It should be a lot of fun, so I hope you can make it.
Excellent. Thank you, Ms. Thompson. Next up, we have DDA members' communications. Do we have any members who wish to communicate?
Mr. Chairman, I've got 3 items to touch on today. With the election this past August, the community gave the green light to redevelop the Library Lane lot as well as the library site itself. So we are already at the table to create a development agreement between the city and AADL. The intent being to tear down the current main library, put a new library in its place, put housing on top of it, and to put a second tower of housing on the site that's currently owned by the city. We have agreed to make the air rights available for $1 so that the library can erect the tower. We envision that when the project is complete, both towers will connect at some upper floor, creating an event space for the library to use, that there would be public space on the ground floor. There would be some outreach to small businesses, which is one of the provisions the city had requested, and that there will be some housing units that are affordable and also some housing that reaches out to the arts community within the city. So it's going to take some years to get that done, but we're happy to get underway with it. We didn't want to waste any time, so we've already had a couple of meetings with our attorneys and theirs to hammer out the details. The second thing, it's been in the public realm for quite a while that the city has been pursuing a process to deal with 415 West Washington and the Klein lot. At the next council meeting, whatever date that is, the administration is bringing a resolution forward asking for permission to enter final negotiations with the 2 bidders that we think represent the best version of what we want and need to see at those 2 sites. For 415 West Washington, there is a bidder known as Base Build. They are proposing to build 100 units of housing in 2 phases at the 415 West Washington site. If you're familiar with the site, you know it's a complicated site. There's a chimney swift we had to protect. It's a brown field, so those soils got to be remediated. It's it'll be a lot of complexities to get that done. They do propose 15% of the 100 units would be affordable at 60% of AMI. We have to get permission from council before we can negotiate with them to close the deal. But we're being transparent about, from the administration's perspective, where we think we should go. If we get that approval, then similar to the library, we'll get on with it as soon as possible. The preferred bidder of the administration for the Klein lot is a firm called Hines. If you are familiar with the development world, you know the Hines name. They are proposing to build 2 housing towers, both reaching 180 feet, 277 housing units in each one. They are proposing to deliver the first building before 2028 is over. Both buildings would have 5,000 square feet of retail space on the ground floor. They would do a parking market study. They are sensitive to the city's sustainability goals, so they committed, they're proposing to do geothermal, 100% electric, solar panels, a green space. They are also proposing Class A amenities both inside and outside of both structures. And currently, they are the firm that's building Briarwood. And if you look on their website, they have built all over the United States. And they control $90 billion in assets, so there is no question about whether they have access to capital. So if council approves our recommendation, that's the direction we'll head. If council has a different point of view, then we will negotiate with whoever they tell us to negotiate with. So that's my update.
Thank you, Mr. Mahoney. That was quite an update. Next up, we have the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve? Thank you. Do I have a second? Thank you much. We'll open this up for discussion. We do have 3 items on the consent agenda today. Hearing none, we'll move to a vote. All in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Consent agenda is approved. On to new business. We have 4 resolutions to consider today. The first resolution is to put forward the DDA development and TIF plans to City Council for consideration. Do I have a motion to approve the resolution to put forward the DDA development and TIF plan to City Council for consideration? Thank you, Mr. Echelon. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Open this up for discussion. Work did begin on creating a new plan in June of '23. As the board knows, staff has been working over the last 2 years drafting the plan. Since the April work session with the City Council, DDA and city staff have been working together to refine recommendations. Amber provided a comprehensive update at the August work session. If this resolution is approved, the next step will be City Council considering a resolution of intent, where a date for the required public hearing will be set. Open this up for any discussion. Hearing none, we'll move to a vote. All in favor of approving the resolution to move forward or put forward the DDA development and TIF plans to City Council for consideration, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Resolution is approved. The next resolution is to approve a cost share agreement with the City of Ann Arbor for the Throne semi-portable bathroom units. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. The Throne pilot concluded in June. Based on usage data, user satisfaction data, and a survey of the city's Department of Organizational Equity conducted at the city determined the Throne pilot was a success. City Council approved a contract to renew the contract with Throne in June. The DDA has been a partner on this project. The FY26 budget included funds to continue this partnership. The cost share agreement is now ready for the board to consider. Open this up for any discussion.
Mr. Chairman, I would just add that Ann Arbor has been featured in both Wall Street Journal and New York Times for the use of the Throne. It is being written about as the tool to solve, not our words, sort of America's public restroom issue across the country. So it's good that we got some brand exposure as these stories have come out. And we feel like it should never be a question as to whether or not we have public restroom facilities in our downtown going forward.
Thank you, Mr. Mahoney. I'll say for my part as well, just seeing the data was just a clear indication of both the need and the effectiveness of those units. So.
Yeah, just anecdotally, I've heard a lot of positive.
Well, great. Moving to a vote. All in favor of the resolution to approve the cost share agreement with the City of Ann Arbor for Throne semi-portable bathroom units, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Resolution is approved. The next resolution is to approve an amendment to the parking agreement between the city and DDA. Do I have a motion? Thank you. A second? Thank you. The parking agreement requires an annual joint working session between the two bodies to discuss parking. The amendment we are voting on would replace the requirement of this annual working session with a more flexible consultation process, allowing either a joint session or staff consultation on an as-needed basis. I'll open the floor for discussion. Quick question. Ms. Thompson, is this also a request from city staff and council for?
Yes, so this will be going to city council for a vote on September 15th, and it is something that city staff and DDA staff have discussed and agree that this is a better way to handle
Great.
having these discussions.
Thanks for clarifying that. Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a vote. All in favor of the resolution to approve amendment number 3 to the parking agreement between the City of Ann Arbor and the Ann Arbor Downtown Development Authority, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. The resolution is approved. The final resolution is to approve a cost of living and compensation study adjustment for the executive director. Do I have a motion? Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. The city recently conducted a comprehensive compensation analysis for all non-union positions. The city has adopted the recommendations for all positions. The executive director's salary cannot be adjusted without board authorization. A memo from the city's HR director is included in your packet. Ms. Thompson has requested a 3% cost of living increase and the 1% compensation study adjustment that was applied to all non-union positions also be applied to her position. As noted in the memo from the HR director, the cost of living adjustment and the study adjustment are not related to the employee's performance. I'll open the floor for any discussion or questions.
Very fair, and, just from, having been a part of the DDA for a while, I think Morris just done an excellent job and deserves every bit of that.
So why did they occur on different dates? I was just curious what the cycle was that caused.
The cost of living adjustment is done annually, and it's effective July 1st. In this compensation study the city did was a big study that took a long time and was completely separate from the cost of living. And so they implemented that as soon as the study was complete.
Okay.
And it just didn't coincide with the
Okay.
cost of living. Yeah. Just a little funky, but yeah.
And from my understanding, this would have been an automatic application, but for all compensation has to come through the board for this particular position. So for my part, I'm perfectly comfortable with this as it would have happened and just needs our approval because of statute. All right, hearing no other discussion, move to a vote. All in favor of the resolution to approve the executive director cost of living and compensation study recommended adjustments, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Resolution is approved. Lastly, or second to last, we have in your member packet, there will be some staff reports that you can peruse at your leisure for September 2025. I'm sorry, August. Next up, we have public comment to close the session. Are there any members of the public who wish to address the board at this time? You'll have 3 minutes. Seeing none, we'll move towards adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn? Thank you. Do we have a second? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. We are adjourned.